Hey guys, this is Red and Blue, the channel on YouTube for all things PSG in English. Please subscribe. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be doing the preview of the game coming up against Bayern Munich, quarterfinal of the Club World Cup. But to do that, actually, I got in touch with a true blood Bayern Munich fan. The guy from the Bayern View YouTube channel for Bayern Munich in English. I'll put the link into the description so you guys can go check him out. Does really cool stuff, and yeah, if you're into Bayern, into German football, definitely give him a follow. And so yeah, we'll just jump into that.
But yeah, let's get into this game. What are you expecting from going against Bayern Munich in the Club World Cup?
Look, I think it's going to be a really close game. I think both teams are showing their strengths in this competition. I think ultimately, like my perspective as a PSG fan is that it really comes down to physical fitness. If we're at 100% and we're at the same kind of physical levels that we showed against Inter, that we showed against Atletico Madrid, that we showed in the first half against Inter Miami, it's going to be really tough for you. I think your midfield is going to have a really hard time. And I think like parts of your defense are also going to have a really, really hard time. If we're not, then obviously you guys also have a lot of firepower up front, and you've got a world-class goalkeeper as well that could very well just like stop everything for 90 minutes, and we end up getting kicked out because of it. So I think really close, but I think if we're on top of our game, I'm giving ourselves a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, to be fair to you, I do agree. Obviously, I'm always going to back my team because it's my team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do agree. I think the midfield battle is going to be where it's won, and that's the problem for a Bayern Munich perspective because, you know, the fact that you've got Vitinha in there, I think he's the best midfielder in the world right now, really.
Yeah. This season has been...
João Neves. Then you've got Fabian as well.
Yeah.
So
Fabian apparently like missed training yesterday, and he had like a virus of some kind. So not entirely sure. Like the PSG team said it's nothing, and like he'll be fine and so on. But he missed the training, so who knows?
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Because even if you take him out, you've got Zaire Emery there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so,
yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be interesting because I do think up front, like obviously you guys with Olise has been super spectacular this season in this tournament. Kane as well is like clinical up front. So with those guys as well, anything could happen.
Yeah. 100. Like that's what I'm expecting from Bayern. We're gonna have to defend for our lives against your attack if it's on. Then when we are in front of goal, we have to do something. Not have 17 shots with 3 on target because we will lose, But yeah, I think, one of the main things for us, like I said, is defend for our life and then do something in the attack. Yeah. But do you personally think, because you've got a very, very good, very good team in general, but our main thing is going to be Olise, Musiala, Kane. Do you think Nuno Mendes is gonna lock down Olise?
Man, like he's been like essentially eating every right winger for the whole season. So you went from Salah to Saka to like all of them one after the other. Even Yamal in the Nations League. So yeah, I'm hopeful he will have another one of those games. I'm kind of like I'm a bit like not nervous, but like I'm questioning how long it's gonna last because Nuno Mendes is also like he's also been one of those defenders where sometimes he has like lapses of attention and they end up costing you a goal, which was the case in the first game against Liverpool this season. Since then, he's been like perfectly brilliant, hasn't missed a thing, and like he's really like put every winger in his back pocket. But I'm kind of waiting to see how long that lasts a little bit.
Yeah. What do you think about Hakimi on the other side?
Oh, man, like what a player. Like the season he's had, he's been running like clockwork. Like his season started with the Paris Olympics. That was like July of last year. He's been playing 2 games a week for like more than 52 weeks. I think he's had like more than 70 games played this season. And he's been like literally outstanding the whole way. So like Vitinha, for example, like the beginning of the season started a bit slow for him and then really ramped up in the second half. Dembele, same thing. Like the first half was a little bit iffy and then like really picked up in January onwards. But Hakimi has been a standout throughout. He's still up there. He's like getting really, really tired. But yeah, he's still running it.
Well, so in your defense, because again, you've got a really good team. I hate to say it because I want to win, but would you say Marquinhos is your weakness in your defense?
Yeah, maybe. How did you guys like miss out on Pacho, by the way? Because like he was playing in Germany, so he should have been like prime recruit for you guys.
We've missed out, bro. Don't get me started.
we've been like so impressed with him this season because he came out like a little bit out of nowhere for us as a recruit, and he's been like bossing the defense like we haven't seen that in a long time.
The amount of how Bayern Munich have been taken, Van der Ven for Tottenham Hotspur, he went out of our league. Pacho's another one. There's been so many that have just, and it's like, why are we not? Because we're known for, getting certain players from our league. Like, why are we not getting? It's really frustrating, to be honest. And I would take him in a heartbeat. I would. But
to get back to your question, I'd say like Marquinhos is probably like the weaker spot, but I think like the partnership between Pacho and Marquinhos has been working really well. So Pacho is typically like the tougher of the two defenders, covers runs made behind the defense. When Marquinhos is more like here to do the first pass, get the ball out, and help out defensively when needed. So the two are really like super complementary, and it's been working really well for us.
Yeah, I think that and that's the problem. The problem with Marquinhos as well, in a good sense for you guys, is he is a shithouse type player. Like do whatever it takes to get it. I remember him screaming in someone's face when we played you last time.
It's funny because in PSG he's got that image. I mean, he's had that image for years and years of being like, kind of like Thiago Silva, like a bit soft mentally sometimes, and like with a tendency of dropping back when the pressure gets applied. I do think like now really being the skipper and the captain, and like he's now like officially like since this season the players who's played the most game for PSG in all of our history, and now he's won the Champions League as well, so he's kind of nothing left to prove and getting more comfortable with himself. So we're seeing that in his playing as well.
It's making
but
even more.
I think it's a hard one though, because I think like if I think of your defense, I would say like I'd probably take like Upamecano over Pacho. As much as I love Pacho, and like don't get me wrong, absolutely adore him, but like Upamecano is world class as well. But it's Tau, right? The second one that you just got from Leverkusen.
Yeah, I'm not
that's kind of where we're saying like big guy, not as mobile. Like put him against a Dembele, put him against a Doué, put him against a Kvara, like super technical, super pacey kind of players. That might be trouble for you guys.
Yeah, again, music to my ears, man. Music to my ears. Like, there we go. It's actually loaded. Like, I absolutely love Upamecano. There's a reason I got him in a Superman thing behind me. But it's tense at the moment because he was going to sign. Is he going to sign? He's going into his last, year of his contract. So hopefully we keep him. I think he's one of the best centre backs in the world as well. But yeah, man. I think he's been so good under Vincent Kompany. Now, under Tuchel, it's a totally different story, but, that just shows how fraudulent Tuchel was, in my opinion. But yeah, under Kompany, he's been one of the main guys for us. Which is just important because, you bring over a Kim and Jay thinking he's going to, do something, and he's totally flopped, which is annoying because he is a good player, but it is what it is.
Sometimes doesn't work out,
Yeah, 1,000. So, obviously we're not going to have Alphonso Davies. That would be so much more of a plus for us, but we're not going to have him.
It's Petrovic in his place, right?
It's I think Guerrero or There's so many different things we can do. I don't know what he'll go with.
Guerrero, like I haven't seen him in like years and years, but like I remember him from his Dortmund day, and like obviously I think he played in France like really back then. Pretty exciting player as well, but I think I haven't seen him in a while.
We picked him we picked him up for a free.
It's a good cover.
No, he is. But the problem is because of the way Bayern Munich play, a lot of the time he gets exposed. Like he needs to play as a wing back for me personally. And we don't play with a wing back, so it's like certain times he'll be up the pitch or he'll be defending, and he's just a bit suspect. So it's gonna be an interesting one.
Tactically, actually, what can you tell me about like the Bayern team, and like how do you guys play? Like I know it's a 4-2-3-1. Is it like lots of mobility, counter attack? Like what's the kind of football that you guys are playing?
So obviously with Bayern, we like to dominate the ball. to have a lot of possession. And it's just a lot of I would say a lot of wing play. They like to pass it to Elise quite a lot. One thing with him and a criticism of him, if there is one, I would like him to cross the ball a little bit more. But the problem is there's not really anybody ever in the box because Harry Kane plays this
false nine, like roaming.
So fingers crossed. I'm hoping we're going to get a striker and then maybe put Harry Kane a little bit further back. That would be my thing. But on Bayern, Joshua Kimmich is going to be important for this game because he is the guy that keeps the tempo. For me personally, I would get rid of him. The reason I'd get rid of him is because he slows down the play, in my opinion. A lot of sideways passing, so on and so forth. But basically, just like a possession type game. I wouldn't say tiki taka because that is obviously pass, going up the pitch. I wouldn't say that. But more of like a possession based game.
Company is like the Guardiola school of football as well, right? Same thing.
One of the disciples.
Because I think for us it's been super interesting to see because Luis Enrique came in with like that really big label of Barca Spanish coach, tiki taka all the way and like getting crazy possession and small passes, but not really doing that much with it. And I think like really midway this season, like things really clicked and we developed from being like a really strong team in possession to really having mastered both possession and counter, which is really what made us took us to the next level in terms of our run this season. It gives us a lot more flexibility in terms of how we approach those games. So I do expect PSG is also going to try to get the possession. I think, like I said, given the matchup in midfield, I think we've got a pretty good chance of dominating it. Obviously, it's going to be a lot harder than previous games. But if you look at the game against Inter, for example, I think the last 2-3 goals are on really fast counter attacks. So we're also super lethal when it comes to that.
Yeah, what's your opinion of the whole, the kickoff that you do? Coutinho just launches the ball. Just to tell the opposite team that we're gonna.
It's like a rugby start,
Yeah. What's your opinion?
I mean, it works for them, and it's clearly everything is prepared and everything is sort of in advance. The team likes to apply a really, really high press, so I guess that's their way of just kicking off the game in this way and straight away putting the ball in the opponent's half. I mean, it seems to work for us, so can't really be against it. I think we've got talent to play with the ball anyway and move up front with the ball. It
is. I watched that Inter game, and obviously Inter was one of the teams that, obviously not one of the teams, was the team that knocked us out of the Champions League, and obviously then they went on to beat Barca and got to the final, and you just absolutely demolished them. From start to finish. So
that was incredibly special, honestly. I don't think anyone I think we went in as slight favorite, but also if you're a PSG fan, you've got such a long history of failures that everyone was super cautious about it. It's it's a once in a lifetime kind of win.
It's don't take this the wrong way, but it's annoying because Inter have given Man City and PSG their first thing, you know what I mean? So it's so annoying. And we nearly beat Inter as well. We were so close to beating them. So
we really like your stadium, by the way, now. Feeling right at home. It's too bad we're not playing this game over there.
This guy, man. This guy. I seen what they did to the pitch, bro. They ripped our pitch up.
Yeah, I know. And they shredded the goals as well. People took pieces of the goal. We've been waiting a long time for this, man.
That's what I was going to say. To be fair, on certain parts of it, I get it, but at the same time, it is what it is. What do you think your best attacker is? Because you've got quite a lot. Cavaschillia, you've got Dembele, you've got Doué, Barcola, so on.
Man, it's really hard. That'd be picking your favorite child. That's a really, really hard question to answer. I think this season Dembele has been really fantastic. He's always been this uber talented dribbler and fast-paced kind of winger. Putting him in the center and getting him closer to goal is really made an impact in terms of his stats and his scoring as well. So obviously he's been to me the star this season. Kvara is it's impossible to believe that he's only been with us for 6 months because he plays he's been on the team for 5 years. He's so talented technically. I think sometimes I wish his finishing was a little bit better, but it's really nothing to complain about. And Doué has been so, I mean, kind of unexpected in how quickly he rose to the level. First half of the season was really tough for him. He was chasing after his first goal for a while and kind of forcing his football. But now he's really at his peak. Sometimes he thinks his Neymar a little bit too much for my taste. He tries to like dribble everyone on the pitch and like play for the camera a little bit. But yeah, like, and I mean, Barcola is also like stand out. So yeah.
Yeah. Again,
but it's in the end, like what's really interesting to us is that like the way the team plays as well, there's so much movement and so many players like switching position that like in a way you ask me like what's my favorite attacker, I'm almost tempted to include Hakimi in that conversation. It's like Hakimi ends up like playing as a number 9 sometimes, and you're like, how did he get there? Like, how does that even work? And it does work. It's crazy.
Yeah, like the Doué one for me is so annoying because obviously he picked to stay in France rather than coming over to us. And just to see what he's doing is like, it's obviously it's amazing, but it's like we could have had him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, now you get how we felt when Coman won the goal in the Champions League final during COVID.
Yeah. No, I get it. What do you make of Lee Kang-in? Because I like him personally.
Typically, like I will say exactly the same thing that you said when you were talking about Kimmich, which is like sometimes he slows down the play like too much. It's a lot of like side passes or like passes back. Obviously he's a sub for us as well, so he doesn't get the continuity of game time to like really show what he's made of. But yeah, like it's hard to see him as more than like a sub in our team. I think he does have talent, but yeah, it's never been completely shown at the highest level in PSG, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, because obviously Bayern Munich are looking for, players to
wingers.
Go up the squad, and I was like, maybe he could be someone we could get in. The fact that
I think like when I see you guys looking at Nico Williams, obviously not happening now. When I see you guys looking at Barcola, when I see you guys looking at other big names like Lee Kang-in is just not at that level. He's a good like 30 million euro, 40 million euro kind of player. But he's not a Olise. He's not even a Nyarbi in my mind.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. So what are we thinking score wise?
Well, I think it's a hard one because I think it's going to be a close game, but at the same time, I think like the teams that might dominate that game could get away with like a 2-3 goal lead, like because ultimately like if things click for either team in attack, it could get lethal pretty soon and pretty quickly. So I'm gonna play for my side. I'm gonna say like maybe a 3-1 PSG, something like this. But yeah, it's tough to predict because I think like both teams are actually like really really close.
To be fair, that's it. I'm not even just saying it because you said it. I was going with that, but on the opposite end.
Okay.
I think Bayern
I'm gonna put some money on it now.
Yeah, like it's gonna be
3-1 either team.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, obviously. To see what happens, but if it goes Bayern's way, I think we can definitely get some goals. But again, like I said earlier in this video, we have to be clinical. Can't speak. In the attack. Again, we can't have 13 shots for free on target because PSG will hurt us. And I hope that the lads know that.
I've got like exactly that same fear for us because like for us, our attackers like are typically all like wingers or offensive players, but no like really like strong number 9. And so for us, it does happen sometimes where like it takes us 15 shots before we score a goal. And I'm also very conscious of Neuer on the other side, who like obviously he's aging and he's not like at his peak anymore, but he's also the kind of keeper who can like on one game just stop everything and really like be annoying for us. So yeah, I've got like that same kind of concern as well.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that, and it's like, again, like I said, but our defense is going to have to be on point. Yeah. Again, you do have one of the best attacks, if not the best attack in Europe. Yeah. And then from that, Neuer as well. He made that world class save in the last game. Yeah. And then then for like when they absolutely hoofed the ball, he kind of like made like a volleyball like save. So we're gonna need him on. We're gonna need him on par as well. Yeah. So I'm thinking 3-1. I would say Heart 3-1, Head probably a 1-1 draw. I think we could cancel each other out at times as well.
Yeah. I'm honestly hoping. I think the worst outcome from my perspective would be like having to play extra time and like going all the way to penalty kicks because like given the tiredness of the player and where they stand, like I'd rather get eliminated after 90 minutes than have to play like 30 more minutes. And I mean, for me, I've said it, like, I think right now we're at the point where, like, if as a PSG fan, if we get kicked out, like, I'm not going to be mad about it. Like, I'll take the extra week of holiday at the end of a long season, actually. We've won the Champions League this year. The only scenario in which I'd be annoyed is that if we get kicked out and Madrid ends up winning it, because I think then, like, the Madrid fans will try to tell us that the Club World Cup is a bigger deal than the Champions League, which I don't think is the case. But yeah, like, that would be the only, like, annoying scenario for me. But yeah, otherwise, like, you know, if we get, like, we won the Champions League this year, I'm gonna be a happy fan for, like, the next 3 years at least.
Yeah, like, you want a treble.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, but I mean, national competitions are kind of a given for us. Like, that's the way it goes in France. But yeah, it's like the Champions League has been so long coming that
no.
Not only has it been long coming, but also, like, it's been amazing for us after, like, you know, the years of Messi and Neymar and Mbappe to really see a team, like, play at that level and really, like, impressed by the game it plays. And it's really, really pleasant to be a PSG fan for that right now.
Yeah. The thing that's getting me as well on this game that I've been thinking about quite a lot is most likely Luis Enrique is going to outcoach Vincent Kompany, but, like, Vincent Kompany he's done this weird thing in the past where, you know, he definitely underestimates teams. You know, if you look at the 4-1 Barca beat us, you know, they beat us off the park, and, you know, we just got outdone in that game, and he overlooked them, in my opinion. But then you get other times like Xabi Alonso, where we went to their backyard, we couldn't beat them, couldn't beat Leverkusen, and we went there and got a 0-0 draw. Now, again, we only got a point, but the fact that we went there to defend, you know, shows that there is some tactical intent in there. Do you think, again, seems like a silly question from my end, but do you think Luis Enrique is going to outcoach Kompany?
Well, I mean, like, honestly, I don't have as much, like, background info on Kompany to really, like, judge him as a coach. Obviously, like, Luis Enrique has been a standout for us, so I'm always going to root for him. I think in this competition as well, I was thinking about this earlier, and I think, like, one of the big advantages that he has was that he coached a national team for a while. And so if you think of the format of, like, that end of season, like, really short tournament, he's been really good at, like, managing people's fitness, giving players days off, like, letting them have free time so they can do their stuff, and really, like, you know, managing their stamina in this way. And so I don't know, like, you know, during the game, is he going to outcoach, like, Kompany or not? But I think in the way he's prepared the team and, like, managed the team through the tournament, I think that's a pretty big advantage for us.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I just hope Vincent Kompany, you know, doesn't overlook you, because, yeah.
I mean, I think anyone in world football overlooking PSG right now, I mean, like, you know, they wouldn't be at that level if they did. Honestly, everyone's seen it.
Yeah. No. I'm with you.
But it's really, like, to me, it's really a fitness question. We go back to this, and, like, you know, we've played, like, a silly number of games. It's been a super long season for everyone, and, like, you know, we've seen it for all of the European teams, the way they've struggled against like, the South America and the Middle East and so on. Like, you know, it just that's where the game is going to be played. Ultimately, like, we played our previous game in the stadium. It's a closed stadium with aircon, so hopefully, like, the playing condition will be pretty good for us. Because PSG, we played our first game, you know, in Los Angeles under, like, 40-degree heat in the middle of the day. It's just, like, you know, bonkers, if you ask me. But this time, at least, we should have pretty decent conditions like this.
Yeah, no, 1,000. And again, you know, I get why they're doing the Club World Cup in America, but at the same time, I think it's just been. Go on.
I was going to say, I get it, I don't get it. And, like, I put together a video actually at the end of the group phase to, like, really kind of list down my thoughts on the competition. And, like, the best way I've come up to put it is that it's a good answer to a wrong question. It's like, yeah, it's great to have a Club World Cup and, like, you know, have that kind of hype and so on. But, like, everything with the organization is just done in the wrong way. And I think having it in the US is just like this. Like, yeah, sure, like, it gives them a prep for the actual World Cup next year. But for a new tournament at the end of the season, like, man, like, you know, make something simpler with more enthusiasm and, like,
it's like the fact of the heat, you know,
the heat, the empty stadiums, like the storms, exactly. And like literally you can list it. It's a long list.
Yeah, 1,000. It definitely is a long list.
They're having games in the middle of the day, like during the week, and like when there's the NBA finals going in at the same time. Dude, like, don't you know anything about sports?
And that's the thing, isn't it? Because they're obviously like, I feel like, in my opinion, they're prepping this to be for the World Cup.
Yeah.
So I hope, fingers crossed, that they are going to learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
And not do this for the World Cup, because the World Cup is obviously definitely bigger, of course. With all the nations in it. So let's fingers crossed they're not going to mess around with that.
Yeah.
Do you mind doing a combined 11?
A what?
A combined 11?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, I don't know why our cameras are gone so small. I'm gonna have to edit that. But if we go over to lineup builder, like so, we can switch formation if needs be.
Yeah.
Again, why?
I think that's fine. That will work.
For
us, it's more a 4-3-3, but like, I'll give you Musiala from the get-go. I'll tell you, you can put that in number 10.
Right. Let me save that. That's a lot better. Okay, there we go. Okay. To be fair, actually, before we do that, let me edit. I want to speak about Donnarumma, actually. Donnarumma, for me, is the best keeper in the world. I've been saying it for a little while now. Yeah. Obviously, I'm always going to have my bias with Mamonoi, because I think Mamonoi changed the game of goalkeeping.
Yeah.
What is going on with him? Because he is like superstar, man.
It's been quite a journey for him, because honestly, 6 months ago, like literally, like probably a majority of PSG fans were in favor of like not extending his contract and going in with a new keeper at the end of the season. And then like he had that shocker injury in a league game against Monaco, where like literally his face got trampled by a Monaco defender, and like he has a huge scar on the cheek to show it. And since then, he's a warrior. He's like going out of his line and like, really like distributing the game really well. He's always been super strong on his line and like with razor sharp reflexes. But the rest of his game and like the passing and the going out in his area, commanding his area, he's made like leaps and bounds progress. And so I think like right now, like, I think Courtois is still a force to be reckoned with. But yeah, like I'd have to agree with you. It's just like, the last 6 months have been crazy good for him.
Are you signing him on a new deal? Because I know you should be.
Yeah, so like they've been talking about it for a while, and like, I mean, if you remember, like back then we got him on a free transfer from AC Milan, and back then Leonardo gave him like a crazy high salary to like get him over to PSG. And so now they're trying to renew him, but the way Luis Campos, our sporting director, does it is that now like he's trying to have the base salary be lower and give a lot of bonuses based on performance, number of games played, and so on. And so it's a pretty hard conversation with Donnarumma to make him understand that like he might be like on paper earning less, but actually like depending on how much, like it's gonna earn more. Yeah. So I'm hopeful they find a deal, and yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one, and I would take him. Honestly, I would take him as Donnarumma.
Yeah.
I really would.
I think like honestly, if he's on the market, like every big team is going to be on him. So yeah, I think we'd be a bit foolish to let him go. And at the same time, like it's actually nice as a PSG fan as well to see a sporting director who's just not throwing money at the problem, and has actual lines not to cross.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I'm with you.
All right, that was it for the chat with the Bayern View. Great YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed that. I definitely did. Please go check him out. I've got the link in the description. See what he does and give him a like and follow as well. And yeah, for me, like that's it for today. Game is coming up tomorrow night, and so we'll do another video before the game once we've got a better sense of the starting lineup and kind of last minute noises around the team. But for now, please subscribe to the channel, please like this video, and please comment with your predictions for the game and what you think the score is going to be. And don't forget, ici c'est Paris!